Walter White, the main character in the TV show Breaking Bad, does exhibit behaviors that align with some of Robert Greene's 48 laws of power. While not all of these laws are explicitly followed, we can draw connections between Walter's actions and certain laws throughout the series. Before we continue, I have a question for you guys. Whose death among the characters in Breaking Bad struck you the hardest emotionally, and why? How did their demise impact the overall story and your connection to the series? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Now let's get right into it. Here are some examples of the 48 laws Walter uses. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Walter often downplays his intelligence and capabilities in the presence of his boss, Gustavo Fring, especially during their early interactions. He does this to avoid threatening Gustavo's authority and position. In his early dealings with Gustavo Fring, Walter purposely downplays his chemistry skills and appears submissive. He avoids taking credit for his accomplishments to ensure he doesn't threaten Gustavo's dominance in the drug trade. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Walter becomes known as Heisenberg, a persona that draws attention and fear from his adversaries. He carefully crafts this persona to gain respect and maintain control in the drug trade. Walter adopts the alias Heisenberg to create a larger-than-life image that strikes fear into his rivals. He deliberately chooses a distinct appearance, with his pork pie hat and sunglasses, which adds to his aura of power and mystery.
Say my name. Heisenberg. You're goddamn right.
Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Walter goes to great lengths to eliminate his competitors, such as Crazy 8 and Tuco. He eliminates any potential threats that could undermine his power in the drug business. Walter's approach to eliminating his competitors is ruthless. For instance, it causes the overdose of Jane Margolis, Jesse's girlfriend, as a way to neutralize potential threats. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Walter becomes increasingly isolated from his loved ones and former life as he delves deeper into the drug trade. This isolation serves as a way to protect himself from being exposed and to maintain control over his illicit activities. As Walter becomes more deeply involved in the drug trade, he isolates himself from his family and friends, often lying to them about his activities. This isolation protects his illicit activities from being discovered, but also distances him from his loved ones. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Jesse Pinkman becomes loyal to Walter, almost to the point of being subservient. Walter manipulates Jesse's need for guidance and approval to keep him under his control and maintain his influence. Walter exploits Jesse Pinkman's vulnerability and need for guidance. He consistently positions himself as the authoritative figure in their partnership, manipulating Jesse's loyalty to his advantage. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Walter learns about the weaknesses and fears of those around him, including Saul Goodman, and uses this information to manipulate and control them. Walter learns about Saul Goodman's fear of physical harm and exploits it by orchestrating scenarios that make Saul believe he is in danger. This compels Saul to comply with Walter's demands. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. As Walter gains more power and influence, he adopts a more authoritative and commanding demeanor, demanding respect from those around him. As Heisenberg, Walter exudes confidence and authority, particularly evident in his confrontation with his wife, Skylar. He asserts his dominance over her by revealing his true identity as a powerful drug lord.
So let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Walter orchestrates elaborate plans and dramatic scenarios to intimidate his enemies and establish his dominance. Examples include the explosive destruction of Tuco's hideout and his infamous "I am the one who knocks" speech. Walter stages elaborate and dramatic displays to intimidate his rivals. When dealing with Tuco, he uses fulminated mercury to create an explosive effect, showcasing his control over dangerous substances. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Walter identifies and eliminates the leaders of rival factions, causing confusion and chaos among their followers. This strategy allows him to weaken his adversary's power structures. Walter targets rival drug dealers like Gus Fring, carefully plotting to eliminate him and create chaos within Gus's organization. This strategic move disrupts the power dynamics and paves the way for Walter to seize control. It's important to note that while Walter White does employ some of these strategies to gain power and control, his actions also lead to his downfall. The show ultimately portrays the negative consequences of his pursuit of power and the moral compromises he makes along the way. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking this video and smashing that subscribe button.